Good evening. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Wednesday, the 9th of July, 2025. We're about 5:45 p.m. Central Time. Well, as you can see, the metals, gold's up another $7. It's been playing with the 3,300 level. This is not an event time where gold is running dramatic one to the upside because the risk on play is at work in the stock market, where everything is just running to the upside and doing so in a rather dramatic way, where you're hitting new highs, you're getting mergers, acquisitions taking place. It's on fire there. So that's what you have going. The dollar index sort of stuck in the water right here. The euro, the same thing. The markets are just sort of wobbling. Today we had events coming out from the Fed where we saw the minutes. I'll get to that with you in a minute. We have day two of the two-day event that's taking place in Vienna, Austria, where they're talking about all the OPEC members there. Some are meeting video, others are there in person. But this is a big forum. It's a seminar where they talk what they're seeing the world do, their idea of projections, where they're at. We'll get to that in the financial update. Bonds and notes getting a bit of a bid today and holding on to it. And you're getting a nice move where you're back up into the 111,900 level in the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has come alive. Grains did nothing today. In terms of news, let's talk about what we get tomorrow. You're going to get jobless claims coming in. They're looking for a small increase. St. Louis Fed President Linn is going to speak at 9 in the morning. The EIA natural gas reports due at 9:30. They're looking for about 57 billion cubic feet. Expect more tariff news. We got more today. My full newsletter, I cover all the tariffs, and Brazil is going to get a 50% tariff. So here's the outlier. So the president has thrown the first big number. None of the others were like that he's talked about. And that's the first real big number that has come about. Now, we still don't know what the three big boys are going to get. Mexico, Canada, EU. We need to see how they're going to fit in and where those are. We were told we'd have all that today. As usual, the president goes with his own flexibility. He gets you excited and he lets you down, inevitably. All right, this is part of his game and what he does. He's still threatening the BRICS countries if they do anything, that he's going to hit them with another tax on top of that. But Brazil gets a 50% tax. He just doesn't like what's going on there. The FOMC members. Well, if you read the report, and all my subscribers got it when it came out, I did send that out to them. Two members want a July cut, or wanted. We had others that don't want any cuts. They don't see them at all this year. But the majority see a cut happening this year. To a person, they're looking to see where do we get the impression that the tariffs are going to start the inflation run. And everybody's waiting on this. But they're also looking, and you can see this in the report, now they know what the tariffs are being set at. And from there, they'll look to see the impact of that. So, September's live. December, probably more likely, but I'm wide open. All right, we will see how the economic data comes in and at what point it shows up, because it will show up sooner rather than later now. So we keep our eyes there. You're seeing today some acquisitions take place after the market, because when your stock is rising as much as some of these companies are, isn't it easy to just say, hey, I'll make a deal for you? You can sell your stock, your treasury stock if you want, whatever, and you got money galore. And a lot of these companies have billions in the bank. So it is an interesting time, to say the least. Big battle going on. Who's going to be the next Fed chair? It's battle between Waller and Hesse. So we will see. That's at least what it is. It seems that Scott Bessent's name isn't in the running anymore. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but you can see where we go. So let's take a look at what you've got. In the gold market, you are down 0.12%, which means you're basically unchanged on the week. And you could see that. You're down $3.9. So you haven't really done anything. When we take a look at the chart here, the market came down in a stepping ladder impact when we had this rally up through here that took out these highs, and you see that with the swing line that negated the downtrend, and now it's put it back into one. With the current action, now you've got lower highs, lower lows again. The market is under the 18-day average, so the bias is down. The resistance in the market up at the 18-day average, 33.58.20, and the support in the market probably 32.73, the lower Bollinger Band. Could it slip lower than that if it gets going? It could. I don't see anything to make it jump is the problem. The wars are getting resolved. We might even hear something positive about Israel and Gaza. We don't know. Ukraine, they're probably going to get Patriot missile batteries. I think the president is fed up with Putin. He used the word BS. I loved it when he did that in his conference. And not because he swore, because he's finally understanding that he's being fed a bunch of you-know-what. And it's time to get rid of that and be the man that you are. You know, you're rough with everybody else. Why aren't you rough with this character? When we take a look at what the market is doing right through here in momentum, not oversold, just sort of drifting. So still in a bearish play as I see it. The gold, silver, today it's starting to lose back a little where gold gained on the silver, but the silver itself is caught in just a sideways action here. It could turn down, but I don't think it's going much beyond the 35.96. And the longer it goes sideways, the more bullish I get in time if industry in the world comes alive. And if these tariffs don't become so bad, and so far I'm not seeing them to get that way, forget Brazil's tariff, but the majority of them, they're not restrictive enough. We don't do a lot of business with the people that are getting 30% tariffs. You do realize that. And the door's wide open for South Korea and Japan on this 25% auto tariffs. Do something. The president will work with you. He said that over and over. He said, there is no time frame for you. Do something. But if you don't do it, you keep going where you're at, this is what you're at. In the copper, you heard me say it yesterday, markets have a hard time staying out of upper Bollinger Bands. So that move, 50% tariff, is it real? What is the definition of it? I don't know. And I didn't see that there was one today. You see how the market's falling back, but the squeeze play is pretty much over. Anyone bringing in copper now? First of all, does it count? It might be tariffed at 50% by August 1st. So if it's in America, nah, that's okay. You can deliver on this stuff. You're in good shape with that. But if you got it coming in or products made out of copper, you know, pipes, so on, I don't know what you do with that because we haven't had the definition. Platinum just drifting, not participating. And that's what the whole metal complex is doing. The copper thing was because of the tariff. The others are just drifting, watching in awe what the stock market is doing. The dollar had a short covering rally, past tense, to the 18-day average and sort of stuck right there. So if you want to learn more and see some of the techniques that we use, they're right here for you to look at. It's in our free offers, our charting software, price counts, one of the finest tools you're going to get your hands on. You're not going to get this at another firm. It is unique to QT products. And in that QT, they look at it, and it gives you an idea where a market might go. I find that so darn important, where it might go. I didn't say it has to go there. The idea of it is that it shows you, once a trend is set in, up or down, where might the first high probability, the second probability of a move, third it goes out to 5. And it's pretty interesting when you watch it, especially how most of the times it's pretty accurate in zones as the market extends. So you want to look at those things. How do you get all this? Well, you go to IraEpstein.com, free offers. Our icons are up here. You click on, when you get there, the blue area. It goes into a shopping cart. And at the bottom of the page, you put in your name, your email address, all the information that we need from you right there. We get it sent out typically within 2 business days, and it's in your hands, and away you go. So with that, I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great evening. I will catch up with you all in the other videos tonight. And of course, first thing in the morning is to do our morning flash. Couldn't do one today. We had a technical issue, and I just couldn't get it done. We finally got it fixed, but it took right at the time I would do the video. You take care.